Alright guys, so today I'm going to be having some 35mm HR springs installed on my i30N Fastback. But before doing so, I'm going to take some measurements here. The road just seems a bit uneven. Yeah, I'll just take some measurements. Obviously I'll pull it right back here again after the installation, after a day or two. Same position, take measurements again and see how much it dropped by. Yeah, so this is the front driver side. 30 centimeters. Rear driver side, about 32.5 centimeters. About 30 centimeters here, so about 300mm. 320mm. Right, so you join me on the next day. Very wet, still ill, but the show must go on. So the installation is done. On the wheels, on the spring, sorry, 35mm drop. I'm going to do a bit of a B-roll so you can see what that's looking like now. Right, driver side front is now at roughly 29.5. Driver side rear is now at 30. Passenger side rear is about 29.5. Passenger side front is now at roughly 30.30, so about roughly 30. Done a few miles on it, probably 20-ish miles. I mean, I thought it'd be lower, to be honest. I thought I was gonna tuck a little bit there, and I definitely thought that was gonna be tucking there. I mean, the road's a bit uneven, but you get the idea. It sort of sits about sort of there, and the rear end sort of sits about here. I thought I'd be lower, but still, compared to before, a lot better. And I really like it. It's got a really nice stance now. Yeah, and also the flexi pipe was installed. I didn't think it would make as big a difference as it has. Well, the overall volume has gone up a little bit, but it's the pops and the bangs that is so much louder now. So much louder now, way more savage, and I love it. he's somewhat under the weather. So yeah, the Lawrence springs have been installed, 75mm. I've put a few, well, 20-ish miles on it. I'm going to drive it or compare it in a driving mode that I usually drive in, because that's what I'm most used to, so I'll be able to speak more what the differences are. So I drive in N Custom, and then I have the suspension in the softer setting, which is normal. Yeah, which is normal. So what is the ride quality like? How has it been affected? Well, as you probably guessed, the ride is somewhat harder, and by somewhat harder I mean quite a bit harder. So now it feels like, to me, having it in normal mode is very much like having it in full-on N mode or Sports Plus. Nah, maybe not quite Sports Plus. Having it in normal mode is almost like, I think it's very similar to having it in Sports. Yeah, and I've briefly put it into Sports Plus, and it feels ridiculous. I thought Sports Plus was much too hard before, but now it's pretty much unlivable, I would suggest. So yeah, in normal mode it feels more like sports mode. In sports mode, I'm guessing it'll feel like Sports Plus. Sports Plus feels like Sports Plus Plus. It just feels, yeah, it feels it feels a bit ridiculous. But the car feels very different now. It just, I think it's the steering wheel. The steering feels very different, very different. It's hard to explain. It feels a little bit dead on center, which is a very odd feeling. And it sort of, you know, weights up after you go past dead center, but it feels weird. It's very different to what it was before. It felt more progressive before. And I've got a steering wheel in the setting I usually have it in, which is I think Sport Plus or whatever. Just double check that steering. Yeah, I have it in Sport Plus on the steering. So it feels very strange. I haven't tried it in the other settings for the steering, but in Sport Plus, what I was used to driving it in, it feels very strange. It will take some getting used to, and I think as you get used to it, it'll start to feel normal. But I think initially, as I'm trying to get used to it, it just feels off center. It doesn't really feel like much is happening really doing that until you go past it. Then it sort of wakes up, and then you feel more, you know, you feel more of what the tires are doing, which is fine, I guess. But it even at low speeds, it doesn't seem to like to go past dead center. It just wants to return to center, and it just feels odd. When you're doing some low speed maneuvers, like I was just pulling out of that parking spot, the wheel felt really strange. Really strange. Like, I don't want to say it feels broken in a way, but it almost does feel broken. On the bright side, it does feel like it's easier to keep it going in a straight line than it was before. So there is that. But it seems,
speed limit camera ahead.
It seems the attitude of the car has changed, where now before it was a bit more darty and more eager to change direction in terms of how the steering felt. But now it feels like the wheel wants to point straight. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but that's how it feels. I mean, you can still feel the wheels moving, and when you're going around bends, it feels flatter and it feels more agile and more darty in that sense, a bit more stable. But the wheel just feels off somehow. But I believe it's just different now, and it'll just take some getting used to. And once you get used to it, it'll be fine. I mean, when I moved from my previous car to this car, I thought this car felt weird, and I got used to it, and now it feels normal. So it's probably just one of those where the characteristics have just changed, and the characteristics of the steering has changed, or the handling has changed, and it's just going to take some getting used to. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. In terms of the handling, it handles fine. It handles really good, actually. It feels weird, but you sort of just trust it. You just trust that it's going in the direction that you're telling it to go, in a way. But that's the initial turn in. But after you've turned in, it sort of wakes up, and then it feels quite good. If I'm explaining that properly. But yeah, off center, yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. But I haven't. I'll try putting the steering in the lighter setting, in normal, and then see how that feels. Let's see how that feels. Ooh, okay. Very light, very light. But I would suggest it feels a tad bit more heavy than it used to. Maybe a slight bit heavier than it used to. So when I'm stationary, yeah, that feels weird. It doesn't really feel like the wheels are responding to that, but I can kind of tell that they are responding to it. It just doesn't really feel like it. I don't know if it was ever that sort of loose on the sensor before, but now it certainly is. Oh, it does feel more progressive on the lighter setting, and I always preferred. Yeah, it feels a lot better. It feels a lot better than normal. It feels more progressive. Yeah, it doesn't feel dead in the center as much, because I guess the lightness of the sensation when it's dead center to when it sort of wakes up is more consistent. So it feels a lot better than normal. But the reason I always prefer driving it in normal, but the reason I used to drive it in the Sport Plus was because it was easier to maintain your lane on the motorway, because on the motorway when it's this light, it's easy to sort of, you know, weave within your lane, because every little input sort of, you know, translates to an input on your wheels. So having it in Sport Plus, it made it more difficult to sort of put in those minor steering applications when you were trying to go straight on the motorway. That's what I did, but I think I might have to go back to driving it in normal, because it just feels a lot more natural now driving it in normal. So that's good. That's good. Okay. Yeah, prefer that. Okay. No lights here. Interesting. Okay. So I'll put it in sports. Put it in sports and see if that's any better. Okay, well maybe this might be a happy medium then. No, it feels weird. It feels weird. I think it's the dead center sensation. It just is too light. It feels really light. Go on then. It feels really light, dead center. So when it wakes up, it feels artificial. But when it's light overall, it doesn't feel like the center is the dead center is dead. Dead center is dead. It's numb. It feels more progressive. So I guess, yeah, I'll just keep it in in normal. But in terms of the ride is fine. In normal mode, it's fine. It's I think it's perfectly livable. It's smooth enough. It doesn't feel as rough as when it used to be in Sport Plus. With the original suspension, with the original springs, but you do feel the ride is a bit harder when you hit the bumps, but it's nothing crazy. It doesn't feel any less. Well, I mean, it doesn't feel any less comfortable really than any modern cars do these days, if we're being honest. So yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. But in the harder suspension settings, it's a bit. So I'll put it in N mode now, which puts it's everything in, you know, maxed out. It feels smoother, if I'm being honest. It feels smoother than it did originally when the road is smooth. But when you hit bumps, yeah, that's when you really feel it. I can almost describe to you the texture of the road, because I can feel the texture of the road in my bump. I honest to God can. Yeah, I can. If I was blind and I drove over the road with some braille on it, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to read what I've written on the road. So if I take it out of there, it smooths it out. You can't feel the surface of the road anymore. That's still good. Still good. Apart from the odd steering sensation, I think this is pretty good. It's pretty good. It looks a lot better, that's for damn sure. The handling, it feels more planted in the corners. I think there's less roll. I think that's what it is. That's what I'm feeling. I didn't realize how much lean this car had in corners till the lean was gone. If you get what I'm trying to say, I didn't realize it leaned so much in the corners, but now it feels flat in the corners and it feels more planted and more confidence inspired in the corners. So yeah, that's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good result all round. So I'm about to go over some more speed bumps, so let's see how I get on. I did ask for the front splitter to be removed, but that request was ignored, I guess. Maybe it's a good thing it was ignored. Maybe I was being a bit premature there, trying to remove it. Well, I didn't want to fuck about and find out, but I guess I'm gonna be finding out. Make it up at this hump. Oh, I guess I did. All right. That was no drama whatsoever. All right. Let's see how do we get on with these here. Okay. No issues whatsoever. I don't know if I just heard a tire rub a bit. Oh my lord. Mr. Mazda's trying to take us out. I'm definitely hearing some squeaking, a little bit of a squeak coming from the passenger side suspension. I don't know if it's a suspension or if it's just the tire catching a little bit on the arch. But so far, these bumps are fine. No, to be fair, I was already hearing that noise before, but that was on the right hand side, now it's on the left hand side. Not really sure what it is, but oh, those gurgles are so loud now. They're already loud, but now they're so loud. I'm hearing them so clearly, and the windows are up. Down a bit in the rear. Oh yeah. Okay. Focus up a bit. Turn the AC on. I don't like having the AC on because then the gurgles stop. Listen to this. See? But I turn it off. Back. That's why I don't like having the AC on. It doesn't, you know, I don't get to listen to my exhaust. Oh, love it. Who would have thought the flexi pipe would make such a difference? So you don't have to drive fast to have fun. Someone's low on fuel. I better top up then. Well, until next time, guys. See ya.